Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Let's get ready to rumble!
Helping people who are living and working in Spain. It's the right way with David Wright. The comment section is open. Chat live to the DJ right now via our website.
And here he is, the legendary David Wright.
A very good afternoon and welcome to The Right Way with me, David Wright, here on Almeria Radio 107.5 FM. It's a hot one today, isn't it? And big thank you to John Alex there for keeping us entertained this afternoon. Thanks, John, for standing in for me last week. Had a bit of bad stomach last week. I think I had a bit of food poisoning. It really knocked me out, but there you go. Thanks very much, everybody, for the wishes as well. That's much appreciated. So lots more tips and advice on living and working in Spain coming up on the show today. Got a live guest joining us a little bit later on as well, and a bit of a summer theme on my show today.
107.5 FM, the right way. Tune in now and join the play.
Very good afternoon to Rita Grange. Join us in the comment section. Sylvia, John Alex and Carol Fitness all join us in the comment section. The comment section has rebooted, so come and say hi, come and keep me company this afternoon. Yeah, it's pretty hot out there today. That's my theme today, summer songs to keep you in the mood. 35 degrees here at the moment. It's supposed to be hotting up over the weekend. Monday and Tuesday it could reach 40 degrees here in Almeria. So yeah, that's the height of it this year. I think it should start cooling down a bit after that, but who knows? Yeah, very, very hot out there at the moment. And Sylvia's off to the pool, she says. So no problem at all, Sylvia. Don't blame you. I'll be off to the beach a little bit later on this afternoon myself. Okay, so yeah, we had the Dream Beach Fiesta here in Retamar, Almeria last week. Don't know if you know about that, but each year they have this massive fiesta, music fiesta. Not really my type of music. It's a bit more like house music, I suppose. That old bang bang rave music, or whatever you like to call it, but not my type of music at all. But lots of people there. How many people? Well, 130,000 people turned up for this year. Yeah, it was amazing. We could hear the music. I mean, we were about 2 miles away from us and in the distance. It started around 8-9 o'clock at night, went through until 7 o'clock in the morning, 4 days running. And Will Smith was here as well. He flew into Almeria Airport to do his bit on stage. Fat Boy Slim was there as well, doing his bit as well. Tickets were around 80 to 200 euros a ticket. If you work it out, 130,000 people say they paid 100 euros each. That's 13 million euros they took. 13 million euros in 4 nights. So yeah, Dream Beach Fiesta, big hit here in Retamar, Almeria. Every year they have it. And it's very, very well policed as well. Very good. There was no real disturbance at all anywhere around us. But as I say, not my type of music. But if they're into that sort of music, and that's the place to be. Dream Beach Fiesta in Retamar, Almeria. Lots of other big presenters, and they say that it was reported that some of the presenters earned over 500,000 euros a night. Some of the DJs there, I speak Fat Boy Slim and that sort of money. But there you go. Is that your type of music? Would you fancy that? It's 8-9 o'clock in the afternoon until 7 o'clock in the morning. Dream Beach Fiesta.
Live.
David Wright.
David Wright. David.
The Afternoon Show.
Okay, so yeah, it's national holiday today here in Spain. Assumption Day, another Virgin Mary celebrating today. Local fiestas everywhere, and I'm going to my local fiesta tonight. It's only about 10 minutes up the road from me. Going to be a bit of a party there. It's a small little village up the road, so it's quite nice, intimate. Bit of music, bit of dancing, and I'm sure a few tapas as well. So what are you up to today? Did you know it's a fiesta today, national holiday? Are you up to anything exciting? Let us know in the comment section. The Grease soundtrack there.
Live.
David Wright.
David.
The Afternoon Show.
So I see Almeria have been voted the happiest place to live in Spain by a national survey out last month, and the city came out tops with a score of 92 out of 100. Some of the reasons for this was stated that mild climate, good transport, hospitals and cheap cost of living. Also the shopping centres boosted it, and the restaurants, and it's got one of the highest scores ever achieved in this national survey. Now, talking about things to see as well, if you're in the Almeria area, have you been into Almeria City and seen the Cable Inglés bridge? That's the big red bridge. You can't miss it if you're driving through Almeria or along the seafront there. There's this giant bridge that's been restored. Now, it actually was built and constructed in 1902 by the British. It was for putting the transport trucks and coal trucks onto the boats, doing all the minerals, coal and things like that. And it was used with built with 4,000 tons of Scottish steel that was imported here, especially to build the bridge. Now, it's got 600 visitors a day at the moment. It's free to go on, and it's worth checking out. If you want to go into Almeria, go and have a look at that. It's a big red bridge, can't miss it. There's lots of entrances to get up there. Some great views over the marina and the city as well, and it makes a nice quiet walk. It's elevated high up above the city, so check it out. That's the cable bridge, the Cable Inglés bridge in Almeria City. Well worth a trip if you're in Almeria.
And San Juan.
Live.
David Wright.
David Wright. David.
The Afternoon Show.
You're listening to The Right Way with me, David Wright, here on Almeria Radio 107.5 FM, and it's time for my live guest now. We've got Josh Williams, a financial expert. Hi, Josh. I think you're on holiday, aren't you, mate? Where are you?
Yeah, I'm away. Nice to speak to you, David, and hi to all your listeners. I'm in Portugal at the moment, at a close friend's holiday home from the UK. Down in the south of Portugal, in Albufeira, in the Algarve. Doing a little bit of work, seeing some clients here as well. Still have some clients in Portugal. But yeah, it's nice to get away from Malaga and from Spain and do something a little bit different.
Yeah, lovely down there. I used to go down there quite a lot years ago. My parents had a place down there in Albufeira, and love it. And as I said earlier, sardines and prawns, you've got to check it out down there. One of the best I've ever had anywhere in the world. Absolutely fantastic prawns and sardines down there. But so Josh, tip for the day. What have you got for us today for our listeners?
Yeah, so it's I want to just touch on how to sort of maximise income that individuals draw from pensions or investments, basically. Majority of our clients anyway that are retired or coming up to retirement, they just think, right, let's just start drawing from our pension, take a lump sum or take regular income, or from savings or from investments, and sometimes that's not the best way to do things. So many expats have pension investments, especially from the UK or even the US or elsewhere. And if you simply withdraw it directly, it's often taxed at higher rates here in Spain or here in Europe. With the right planning, people can legally reduce that tax, and sometimes by thousands each year. One example is just simply using a Spanish compliance structure for an investment structure or liquid capital, where the tax scenario is only the growth element of the withdrawal is taxed rather than the full growth that's occurred in that calendar year or tax year. And in some certain cases, even pension income can be reduced in terms of the tax rates linked to that pension income. So there are some options available and opportunities to make the most of. Yeah,
and any way of avoid paying the tax, doing it legally, obviously, but there are some the ways that British people can save money on their taxes and that. And this is why I always say, get some good financial advice from an expert. And Josh, you give our listeners free consultations, so it's worth getting in touch with Josh to see if you're drawing your money out right, making the most of what your savings you've got in the bank and things like that. We've always touched on a little bit here with you, Josh, about making your money work for you here, but there are some things, as you say today, about drawing your money out the right way and getting as much out of it as you possibly can. That's why it's worth speaking to somebody like yourself, don't you think?
Correct, yeah. I mean, these aren't loopholes, they're well-established rules within the Spanish tax system. but to use them, you need to set things up correctly. And that's where we come in, structuring investments, pensions, so clients can control when and how they pay tax and keep more in their pocket at the end of the day.
That's right. More money for tappers here in Spain. Why not?
Indeed.
I'll leave a link in the description box now in the comment section. If you want to get in touch with Josh Williams from Ambient Wealth, he can give you a free consultation and make the most out of your savings and investments here in Spain. Thanks very much for joining us today, Josh. Hope you enjoy the rest of your holiday down there in Portugal.
Thanks very much, David. Yeah, likewise. Enjoy the heat there, and we'll speak soon.
All the best, mate. Have a good one. Cheers.
Have a good weekend. Bye.
Sean here today.
David Wright. Help and advice for living and working in Spain. You're listening to The Right Way. The Right Way with David Wright.
So I've been seeing lots of things on the internet about motorbike riders here in Spain having to wear airbag jackets now, these new airbag jackets. So, yeah, a lot of people saying it's a rule here in Spain. So let me just give you the lowdown on that, because I actually got in touch with my motorbike riding instructor a little while ago, and he gave me the lowdown on this. So, yeah, Spain is trying to bring in air jackets, these inflatable air jackets that inflate automatically in a crash. There's several different types. They call them the air vests, like an airbag for a car. It is not compulsory at the moment, but it is if you are learning to ride a motorbike. Now, if you're going to a driving school here and you're learning, this is for motorbikes we're talking about, not cars. If you're riding a motorbike, taking any type of motorbike test, and you're going through the training with a training school here for motorbikes, then it is compulsory that you wear a air jacket, an air vest, an inflatable air vest on your motorbike. Imagine what that's like. I took my motorbike test here last October. It's pretty hot anyway during the day, but what it must be like at the moment, wearing full motorbike gear, because you have to wear full protection gear, and then an airbag jacket on top of that as well, must be pretty horrendous. But it's not actually law for motorbike riders here in Spain at the moment, but they are trying to bring it in. They are pushing forward with this here in Spain. I think it will come in, unfortunately. I think people should have the option. It is a safety feature, I understand. I know some people that do drive motorbikes with these airbags on them. There's several different types as well. There's the ones that clip on the bike, so if you come off they inflate, or there's ones that have got a GPS. There's others that work with a crash inertia system, but some of the police use them here as well, and a lot of them have been complaining because their jackets go off automatically, so they're not happy about that. But yeah, what do you reckon on that? Is it going too far now, air jackets on motorbikes, or is it all part of the safety here in Spain?
107.5 FM, the right way. Tune in now and join the play.
So, being a national holiday all across Spain today, there are lots of fiestas, lots of people out partying and having a good time this weekend, a long weekend here in Spain. Remember, police are out in force at the moment, and they're on the lookout for mostly drink driving and drugs and people on the mobile phones. Remember, the driving limit here in Spain is only 0.5 millilitres of blood alcohol limit. So that's about, if you imagine having one small beer here, that is the limit for drinking and driving here in Spain. So just be careful. It is a lot lower here in Spain. Also, if you're a new driver, if you've got less than 2 years experience, it's only 0.3, and if you're under 18 years of age, then the alcohol limit is 0, absolutely 0. No alcohol at all under 18s if you're driving here in Spain, and that's any type of vehicle, remember. And yeah, there is some little rules and regulations you need to remember here in Spain as well. If you're overtaking cyclists, there is a 1.5 metre limit now. You've got to be giving them a wide berth of 1.5 metres minimum, or there's €200 fine and 3 points on your licence. Now, talking about mobile phones here in Spain, lots of people understand that you're not allowed to use your mobile phone when you're driving, but do you know you're not allowed to have it on the seat next to you? You can't have it on your lap, and you're not allowed to touch it. It has to be in a registered holder of some sort, an official holder. If you've got it hands free, you cannot have it on your person person at all, or even on the seat next to you. You can be done for using your mobile phone while you're driving. If you're stopping at traffic lights and you just pick it up to have a quick look at the message, things like that, again, that can be 3 points on your licence and a €200 fine. So make sure that mobile phone is in a safe position when you're driving here in Spain.
Hey kids.
Also remember, if you're driving here in Spain, roundabouts, the dreaded roundabouts, people still don't understand how to go around a roundabout properly here in Spain. If you're changing lanes at all, as anywhere, even on the roundabout, you need to signal with your indicator when you're coming on and off the roundabout, going left or right on the roundabout. When they've got 3 or 4 lanes, some of them have 3 or 4 lanes here in Spain. Once you're exiting as well, you should be in the outside lane to exit the roundabout. You can't just cut across the lanes and exit. You need to signal when you're leaving the roundabout. Now, something else, when you're overtaking people here in Spain, it is compulsory to use your indicator to pull out and overtake somebody, and then once you've overtaken them and you're back in that lane, you have to turn that indicator off quickly. You can be fined for failing to use your indicator and for failing to turn it off quickly enough after you've overtaken somebody. So just bear that in mind. That holds a €200 fine and 6 points on your license. Indicators are getting hot on that here in Spain now, so make sure about that. Throwing things out of the window. This is one like cigarette butts. You see that a lot here. People sitting at traffic lights having a quick cigarette. That is illegal to throw anything out of the window of a car, and it's €500 fine and 6 points on your license. So just remember that when you're driving here in Spain this weekend. Jonas Brothers there and Summer Baby, all part of the summer songs here on The Right Way with me, David Wright, today. Maria says, does that rule apply to the Spanish? Yeah, the Spanish seem to make the rules up as they go along here. And you get some bad drivers in most countries, but here in Spain, I think it's not so much bad drivers, they're just selfish. They very, very rarely do the Spanish use their indicators. And, my Spanish wife is one of them, always telling her, indicator. And she says to me, well, there's no one there, no one's looking. Well, it doesn't matter, you should use it anyway. But the Spanish, some way they've been brought up with not worrying about using the indicators. But yeah, it is compulsory now. There are new fines and rules and regulations for this, and the police are out on the lookout. Now, where I am here in Almeria, coming in and out of Almeria city, fair amount of time as I do, there is a lot of police road checks by the side of the road. And remember, holiday season, weekends especially, and now it's a holiday today, you're going to see that sort of thing more and more often. And the police are getting very, very hot on these traffic offences here. So yeah, make sure you do use those indicators. It's only common sense. It just gives you a little bit of an extra protection as well. So, and whenever you're changing lanes, you should use your indicators. Something I saw the other day as well, which isn't in the highway code that I looked at, as far as I remember, is people sometimes when they say thank you when you're pulling out, things like that, they flash their hazard lights. They click that L switch so the hazard lights come on and off. If you're doing that as a thank you to somebody, you can be fined for that now. It's not right to do that. If you want to put your hand up, something like that, you can do that. But putting your hazard warnings on as a thank you to somebody, they're getting hot on that as well, apparently, and you can be actually fined for doing that now. But there you go, all these rules and regulations. Something I saw the other day as well, people sleeping in their car on the beach, that is illegal as well. Unless it's signposted that you can sleep in the car, you could be fined for sleeping in your car now here in Spain as well. So lots of rules and regulations this summer, so just make sure you're on the lookout and on the right side of the law.
You're listening to The Right Way with David Wright in the afternoon on Almeria Radio 107.5 FM. The comment section is open, so come say hi to David right now.
Yeah, so I've just had a message about lanes here in Spain as well. So something else to remember when you're driving, the right-hand lane. You should be in the right-hand lane at all times driving. When you overtake somebody, if there's nothing, if you've gone 2 lanes of traffic and there's nothing in the lanes, you need to get over into that right-hand lane. So many times the Spanish are driving along in the left-hand lane. You see it on the motorways as well. They're in the middle lane, driving along in that middle lane happily as a sandboy. Well, you need to get over to that right-hand side always. always, if you only move out into the left-hand lanes to overtake, you can be fined for staying in the lane when there's no traffic in the inside lane. So move back over to that inside lane when you're driving here in Spain, and just remember those indicators. Okay, so more information about driving here in Spain, and if you're into motorbikes, there's loads of information about how to pass the motorbike test here in Spain over on my website, davidwrightonline.com. And I've got a new file you can download. It's the Moving to Spain checklist. This is a comprehensive checklist that gets you all the right order to do things with your paperwork and help and advice here in Spain when you're moving to Spain. Go and check that out. It's a completely free PDF you can download just by going over to visit my site, davidwrightonline.com. Look for the Move to Spain checklist. It's over on my website now. Okay, time for a Spanish one, I think, now. Mark Anthony there, and Viva la Vida. And the great Spanish one there for fiestas and dancing to here in Spain. Remember, it's a big fiesta this weekend, so lots going on out and about where you are today. And thanks very much, everybody, for joining me. That's just about it for another show. Up next, it's a 5 o'clock hit mix with Rob Mack, so stay tuned for that. And remember to go and check out my new website, davidwrightonline.com. Loads of information, tips and advice, some great videos over there as well. It's all been totally revamped. And top expert help as well for all the people that all the information I have out on my shows, or the guests that I have on my shows. They're offering free information and free consultations, so please go and check it out. There's a load of information there. 23 years living and working in Spain to try and help people here make things a lot smoother for you. So go and check it out. In the comment section now is a link to that, or you can check it out on my radio page here on Almeria Radio. That's it from me for another show. I'll be back next week. I'll leave you with a bit of Stevie Wonder now.